Here comes a little whoopsie from my giggle hole.
216-578-1007 or 1-800-348-1007.
35192. Want to send a text? AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch live. It's rare that the Guardians will start a series in the afternoon, but that's what they're doing now. First of 3 against the Royals. In KC, it's 2-0 Guardians. On the top of the third. People paying attention. Hey, Gaylord, what's going on?
Well, hello, Mr. Cox.
How are you,
hello, Mr. Squire.
Hello.
And hello to Miss Santora, wherever she may be. And, of course, my friend, Mr. Brown. But you guys were all discussing religion and that, and I know it's a heated controversy. I am a minister of marriages, and I marry all faiths, even individuals that may not be able to be married in conventional churches and that, because you know, everybody is loved in one way or another. So,
Gaylord, is this one of those things that you print up off the internet, or what is a minister of marriages?
I am actually ordained with churches.
Like the Unitarian Church, or you printed this up off like the Ohio Secretary of State website?
Well, that's part of it, but I also went beyond that.
Gotcha.
And Protestant.
Are you asking for a donation?
But no, I have kind of gone my own way in regards to religion, and I just want people to be happy. I'm an old man, and I want younger people, older people to be happy and live life the best way possible.
How old are you going to be this November, Gaylord?
I am going to be 69.
Nice.
So,
oh, you set it up and I'll spike it. Okay, well, listen, I'm with you, Gaylord. I think you're on the right track there, right? I mean, what you're talking about is irrespective of religion.
Yes, and I wanted to say I miss talking to you guys. I had a major issue at my house, a major water pipe in my ceiling of my front room burst.
Oh, no, because of those storms that came through.
No, it was from the bathroom up above, and it just kind of washed me and my wife away.
No.
And then they told me we had to leave because they thought there was mold and yada, yada, yada.
Oh, my goodness.
We came back and we're trying to get things back together, but I did not get the opportunity to call you all. No. Like I said before, you're like my family, and I miss you.
I miss you, too. You got bigger issues to deal with than keeping in touch with us, so don't sweat it.
Well, you're my family. I've adopted you all.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm 52, but I'll take the whatever inheritance is coming my way. That's right.
I love you all, and I want to go see Mr. Squire in somewhere around here. So
in the somewhere around here, he'll probably be performing in the somewhere around here.
I don't got anything out that way, but I do have a big show coming up, Gaylord. I'm doing a comedy special at the Agora. Just announced it today, and that's December 22nd. So could you make it out to the Agora in Cleveland in December?
I would love to, and somehow I would love to meet you in person.
I'll be doing a meet and greet after the show.
Thank you.
Now, that's MEAT, Gaylord, so bring a brisket.
A brisket?
Yes. Okay, thank you. There's Gaylord out in Wellington.
Yeah, pre-sale starts Wednesday.
Man of the Cloth.
10 a.m.
Hey, Tibbs.
Alan, what's up, buddy?
Do I call you Mr. Tibbs?
You can call me whatever your little heart desires.
All right. What's going on?
Well, I just heard Gaylord, and I am an ordained minister. It cost me $48 total, and I've had 3 marriages in the last 3 months. So
Yeah, no, listen, I mean, I have friends. I think Bill has officiated weddings.
So when I officiated one, I wasn't they were already married, so I wasn't an official officiant. I was just doing the ceremony. It was just for friends
this
and
was like the
family.
party for the...
I mean, it was their wedding. Like, this is where all their friends and family came out, and they did the walk, and they were in their stuff. But and I did. It was very fun.
Legally, they had already taken care of it.
They had already done the marriage part at the courthouse.
Now, Tibbs, do you have a pretty good track record so far? None of them have ended in divorce?
Well, so far I'm 1 for 4, but like I said, the other 3 are like within the last 3 months. So,
I mean, at this point, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a good run.
I'm betting 750. You know what I mean? I can't complain about it.
You get through a trimester these days, and you're all right. Okay, thank you, Tibbs.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks. Hey, Stripper Scott.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
What up?
So I didn't want to wait on the religion versus science part, but I just figured I would. Awesome. I didn't want to tell you in a bad way that you might be using a word wrong, but you like to learn things.
I do. Please tell me.
Words correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just you. It's most people that are not scientists say theory like it's a hunch, like it's a hypothesis is actually more correct. Theory is a very respected term for science. It provides a model with repeatable results, and it's just I forget the difference.
Well, yeah, that's kind of you're right. I mean, I certainly wasn't trying to use it the wrong way, but that's kind of what I was trying to explain to Poundcake, that it wasn't just a guy said, I think the Big Bang started, and it's not just a guy making something up.
It's not like Poundcake's theories.
Right, yeah.
Well, some of his have repeatable results, too, as we've seen. So he is in many ways. I consider Poundcake the scientist of the Alan Cox Show. He is the, in many, many ways, he's out there conducting experiments that the rest of us could only dream of, hoping to get repeatable results.
If I'm not mistaken, it was, I think, Edwin Hubble that first proposed it, because he was the one that figured out that the universe was expanding. And
you mean the telescope guy?
Yeah. Before he got into the telescoping business, he was out there.
Yeah, before he got, that's right. Uh-huh.
But the rate of expansion is increasing, so that's why the thought used to be that it would slow down and eventually would collapse back into itself, and you'd have a big crunch. But now the evidence points to it just being a big rip, where the further into the future, everything would pull apart to where matter itself would just be ripped apart, and that's kind of awesome, but maybe scary, depending on
It's a big old rip-off, Scott.
Yeah.
Like the Who said. Okay. Hey, thank you, pal. Hey, how's the foot?
Take care. It's getting better. I actually just got out of a doctor appointment now. Again, it's filling in the bottom. The nerves that were exposed are covered up because it hurts a lot less. It's just the tissue grows back, and it's still missing tissue, but it's a lot better than it was even just a week or two ago.
Bill, you'll remember Stripper Scott had a hole in his foot.
I remember.
A hole in his foot. You saw it.
Yes, he came out to High and Dry on Thursday and showed me
show
pictures.
Scott, you came out to show Bill your foot.
He came out to support, and then he also showed me pictures.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was definitely a hole in his foot.
Who needs that kind of support?
It was,
he needs support. He needs ankle support. All right, Scott.
Heel.
Good. Heel. I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Heel.
Thank you.
All right.
Heal! 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 In the name of Jesus.
Wrong again, Alan. Oak Island is not off the coast of Seattle. It is off the coast of Nova Scotia. Admit it, you never will. You're wrong.
I was wrong. We were watching that the other night. William Shatner has a show called The Unexplained. You ever watch that show?
You admit that you're terrible at geography all the time.
I do. I'm terrible at geography.
Piece of crap.
Yeah, that's the piece of crap guy.
I think it is. Yeah.
you piece of crap.
Yeah. And that message is chef's kiss with that dopey Philly accent or whatever he's got. Mm-hmm. The coast of Seattle to coast of Nova Scotia. You dummy. You stupid Nova Scotia dummy.
That's Atlantic.
Newfoundland,
side, right?
yeah. And Northern Atlantic, yeah. Oak Island.
The Newfies. Poof.
There you go.
Don't get me started.
Oof. Yeah, it's wild, this whole episode on the curse and the treasure of Oak Island on William Shatner's The Unexplained. We were lying in our Kelly's Island hotel room, and I couldn't sleep, and I'm watching The Unexplained with William Shatner. They have him seated the whole time, too. When he does his, like, little interstitials, setting up the segments, he's just sitting on a stool. And Shatner's like 91 years old now. And he's pretty portly, but he definitely doesn't look 91. And that's probably because he's portly. You know, you look a lot older.
Out.
Well, yeah, when you're gaunt, you look a lot older, or can potentially. I like they came to the conclusion, you might not have seen the story, it was a couple of weeks old, of a scientist in Ireland who, there was a mystery hole, and there was this scientist who was sure that it had been a meteor strike on the beach in North Dublin, this massive hole there, and they were trying to get some clarification. They were trying to find perhaps the meteor that had caused it, and local space enthusiasts had been very excited until somebody sent the news the video of the guys digging the hole. And then they were like, oh, mystery solved.
Now, finally, this lunchtime, the mystery of the hole on the North Dublin beach has apparently been solved, denting the hopes of a local space enthusiast who had hoped it was the site
the guy with the plastic
of a meteor
shovel.
strike. But footage emerged last night of two men digging a hole on Portmarnock Beach. Local astrophysics buff David Kennedy was startled by the discovery and thought a rock he found in the hole might have come from the skies above. Today, he says he's disappointed, but he's still getting the rock analysed in the hopes that it wasn't a completely fruitless discovery.
That's got to be so...
boy.
You got to feel like... Not a dummy, but you got to... If you're an astrophysicist, you know, you're like, oh, I hope that that's...
But that's not what an impact crater looks like. Like, it doesn't...
No, but if you're an astrophysicist, like, you go, well, I hope... He's looking for something to do.
Man.
He's in North Dublin. I mean, when you've devoted your life to that, every bit of information you have to fold into something, and this guy was really excited that maybe it had been a meteorite crater until they showed the video of the two guys using a Day-Glo green...
wrong, Bob!
using a Day-Glo green kid's shovel to hollow out a giant circle there on the North Dublin beach. So at least the meteor mystery there in Dublin has been solved.
Mike from Parma, not the Mike from Parma, but a Mike from Parma. Listened to the podcast from Thursday, I think, and Bill brought up the old expression, early bird gets the worm. But my dad always said, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Just something to think about. Hate the show.
That's good. That is something to think about.
All right, before we go any further, Poundcake, what does that mean?
Mouse gets the cheese, what? The early mouse gets the cheese?
Do you want me to play it again?
Yes.
Mike from Parma, not the Mike from Parma, but a Mike from Parma. Listened to the podcast from Thursday, I think, and Bill brought up the old expression, early bird gets the worm. But my dad always said, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Just something to think about. Hate the show.
So the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Second mouse?
The second mouse gets the cheese.
Please explain why.
What would you come up with for that? What do you think that means? Last Thursday, we were kind of throwing idioms at Poundcake to see if he could kind of pinpoint their origins or at least translate them, and he was kind of 50-50.
We were trying to get the origins, but this one is...
But the second mouse, see, I would think like the first mouse, but my only guess is like the first mouse isn't that smart and didn't know where to look, and the second one was just waiting, like, oh, this dumb bitch about to blow off, about to give up soon, and then...
Where do you think the cheese is?
On top of the first mouse or something? I don't know.
Wait, the cheese is sitting on top of the first mouse? How would the first mouse get cheese?
it's like I don't know. Maybe you know how sometimes you look for your cell phone while you're talking on the phone. Maybe it's one of those scenarios. I don't know.
So in this scenario, the mouse is on the phone, asking a friend where the cheese is.
Where's the cheese at?
Hey, where the cheese at?
Yeah, I don't know why it would be second mouse. I have no idea what the second mouse.
I mean, where would a mouse, in a modern scenario, where would a mouse find a piece of cheese?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe the first mouse got killed by a mouse trap trying to get the cheese. Okay. Yeah. And now that one knows not to make the same mistake that the first mouse did.
I knew he'd get it.
It just took him a little bit.
I knew he'd get it.
He figured it out.
I was like, what happened to the first mouse? Oh, he did.
First mouse is dead. That second mouse gets the cheese. Now, how that's applicable to modern life is it an argument for...
So it just goes to show you, it's okay not to be first.
This is what he was trying to say, right.
Just feel it out, see how it goes.
Right.
Let someone else do it. I don't want to be the first to discover
learn from someone else's mistake.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't want to be the first to discover something. And I'm like, oh, well, he did it, but he's stupid.
You want to be the guy following someone else's trail. You don't want to be the first guy holding down the grass.
I don't want to be a trailblazer.
Right. Poundcake, this is a scenario that girds Poundcake's argument for how laziness can be a virtue.
Right.
And he's always looking for those. So, congratulations.
I didn't understand that. Wow. Yeah.
But you did understand that.
It just
you
took
finally
me a minute
got
to
there.
It took you a minute, yeah.
I was going to say, why the second mouse? The first one, just going out, trying to provide for his family, just gets up real early, searches all around that house, sees the guy, put it in the fridge every single day, leaves a little bit of crumbs on the counter. He's like, I'm going to get that cheese. Ooh, I'm going to get it. And then that just goes to show you go out of your comfort zone, probably into an area you've never been before, and then it gets you. And then your family moves on to the next mouse.
Yeah.
The mouse with the cheese and probably a bigger budget and a nice long tail. It's thick. And yeah, you're just replaced. It turns out they didn't like you to begin with. This
is what else I like. All Poundcake needs is a little bit of something, and he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Just a little factoid to send him on the right path, and then he will
he's got a
create,
whole tail.
yes, the rest of the story.
Yeah, no, you just got to move on.
He's nothing if not a storyteller. He's a weaver of tales. He's a raconteur.
First mouse ain't going to get any deader, and you still wanted that cheese, so might as well just move on, right? Just get the cheese. Yeah.
Yes.
Go hit up Mickey. He's the one that has a lot of cheese. But no.
I mean, you can stop while you're ahead, too. Yeah, you can stop while you're ahead. It's okay. I mean,
I'm good. I'm stopping.
Yeah, he's all right.
I was on a tangent there. My bad.
Hey, I have Factory of Terror tickets for you after the break. This is where they manufacture all the terror.
What, do you go work there?
No. You don't go work there.
Oh, it's like a factory tour.
You become a customer.
Ah.
They'll walk you through. You'll see where all the terror is manufactured. 5 full attractions, over 1 mile in length, unbelievable scenery, jaw-dropping special effects, terrifying actors. It's down there in Canton. Or if you live in Canton, it's right there. It's a Factory of Terror. I will have a couple of tickets for you after the break.